Colli, I say that. Is that true that UK subs are maybe the only band which hasn't never disbanded from the 1976?
Well,
the lineup has changed, but I read that.
Yeah, but
among the famous ones.
This lineup tonight is the maybe the second lineup, and we split up in 1983. 83, this lineup, and we'll come back together.
Okay.
This is the lineup which did actually split, and there for a couple of weeks there was no UK subs, but just for a couple of weeks.
Okay, just a couple of weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a let's say a both weird and a typical topic memory image that you have of that period? Maybe playing with other bands or festival, an image, a pic of that days, and then we go in the past.
Well, there's one where we were kind of up and coming, and we played with Generation X.
Yeah.
You know, Billy Idol, and we went on and we went down. You know, everyone's going crazy. And Generation X came on, and suddenly there's all cans and bottles thrown at Billy Idol. You know, and
which year was that? Do you remember?
It was very early. It's kind of 77, 78, that in between period there. And they went off stage, and it was it was great about it. He's just said to Alvin, I wasn't there, but he said to Alvin, look, you know, I guess you guys are the new, you know, like the new young bands coming.
Yeah.
But you know, things were happening so fast, and things, you know, are happening. But I mean, look at Billy Idol now; he's doing fine.
Yes, he is kind of icon in some ways.
But he's written some great stuff. You know, White Wedding and Dancing by Myself, and all the great songs.
You're famous for playing live a lot, for touring a lot. So.
We actually, you know, it's funny, but all through the subs career, you know, there's not been one person who doesn't like playing live. You know, we go out and play for nothing. You know, everybody loves playing live. Doing records is a bit, you know, we kind of.
But you did a lot of records anyway.
Yeah. But
you're famous
secondary,
because
live. Yeah, live is out.
Yeah, you played a lot. But have you ever counted your lives? How many gigs you guess you've played, more or less? Just to give an idea.
Well, if you think, say, we'll probably play half the year, so that's you know, say 150 shows a year.
So counting for
you know,
34.
and for, and then you get somewhere kind of near. Yeah.
So, and according to this fact, as you tour a lot all around the world, I would ask you, which is, in your opinion, nowadays the most interesting punk scene, underground punk scene all around the world? If you ever seen it, just felt it playing live and seeing people. Tokyo. I read that you wanted to play in Tokyo and you haven't at the beginning of 2000, but you did.
Oh, we did now. Yeah, that's right. We've just started 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, and Australia and New Zealand. It's really underground. The kids run the place, and it's you know, the anarchist scene is real. You know, it feels like it's very real. You know.
There's a nice trick about the titles of your records. So would you, the fact that it is just in order, and would you explain it, and what does it come from?
We had trouble getting the first album artwork, you know, and then suddenly this thing came along and it was blue, and I said another kind of blues, and then. You know, we realised that was the A.
Okay.
And we thought, we'd do the next album B, you know, and then we just carried on.
It just came this way. So next one, as this one.
It wasn't really thought up, you know. The album came, and what we're going to call this? This is a great artwork, you know. And,
So last one was work in progress. Next one will start with Z.
No. It's X next.
X. Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sorry.
X is going to be all ex-members write a song for the album. You know, from Lars Fredriksson and
really?
Everybody. You know, Brian. Everybody who's ever written for the subs.
Yeah.
Or been in the subs. You know, like.
So you've already planned it for.
Yeah, I've got Lars's song ready. You know, I've got a lot of it ready, so it should be quick, maybe out next year.
You're fast.
And then Why will be very experimental. You know, see,
Okay.
because I wrote a couple of songs for this album, but they didn't really fit. They were too weird. You know.
Okay, so for Why album.
The Why album would be
The
kind
Why
of
album.
weird and wonderful.
And if I tell you that the first real punk band were the Stooges, would you agree, or would you say another one?
No. I'd like to think. Stooges, Velvet Underground.
Yeah, sure.
You know, White Light, White Heat.
Sure.
You know, makes a lot of punk sound. I love Iggy Pop, and I mean, he is punk as you can get. You know.
I feel that speaking at an underground level, these feelings has remained in the punk movement, in the punk scenes, at a cultural and political level. I was wondering why it has survived to the times. A lot of people still creating a kind of community.
That's right.
For gigs, and also there is a political connotation.
Well, first of all, if you want to categorise it, it's like the art movement, the outsider art. You know, I say it's like, this is the outsider punk music. You know, and it's under the industry. You know, there's no real pop industry. You know, that we're nothing to do with the commercial industry, and I think that's what a lot of bands, are aware of. They just got a little bit more sus and, pop bands, and they, these people who are part of the, global pop industry, corporate, whatever you want to call it, they're just jumping on the bands to suck them, their money out of them. Although they will make them, a band's got to make a decision one time, they go to you, look, do you want to make like $10,000 a year, or do you want to make 10 million? And the band's going to say, we would like to make 10 million. Okay, they can, and that's about what it is. I mean, if you reach that kind of height where you're getting sucked into the industry, I mean, I don't, Green Day, whatever, I don't care. They don't bother me. I'm not going to knock them for being millionaires. They call themselves punks, but they're multi-millionaires, and it's nothing to do with me. It's I don't mind. Good luck to them. But, like you said, this is a community, and we put the kind of community first.